terrible towel, big-time Steelers crowd.
They travel.
Massive playoff implications.
Huge. Last week, Mike Tomlin game, go out against the Colts team and dominate. 6 turnovers. Well, what does that do against Chargers? They're so banged up on this offensive line. And for the first time in Pittsburgh's defensive line looked like the team we thought they would with that trio of edge rushers, interior pressure. And I mean, logically, this should be an absolute beatdown. Pittsburgh's defensive line just ripping apart that Chargers offensive line.
I agree. Did he have any tells at his press conference?
When he was mad about having faced flag.
Right. The little wink in the gun about the Colts offense. He's working the middle of the field with the miscommunications that the Steelers linebackers have had. Could be a thing. Was it Jalen Ramsey playing free safety? Was that the trigger?
They had 2 new safeties, but I think the big difference was that defensive line showed up first time really in anger. Herbert, that's what his breakdown looks like. He's losing an absolute boatload of sack EPA. 2 quarterbacks worse, but is he first? No, second, behind only Josh Allen in terms of scramble EPA.
Then Pittsburgh's off. They're averaging 25 points a game. Usually like top 7 or 8 in the NFL. That's 12th right now, tied with Baltimore. Because if you're not following the NFL trend, plays are way down. I heard our friend Dean Blandino talking about this on a secret call yesterday. Plays are down about 5 plays per game, I think total, but a lot of that's coming from scrimmage plays. But points are up. It's the field positions, it's the kickoff, illegal contact penalty, kicking game. Points are way up. Here's a stat though. The lowest points, yards per point. So they're picking up fewer yards for the points that they're scoring. Why is that happening? Because field position, right? Because Pittsburgh last week, they're setting up at 11-7 after turnovers. They had a couple turnovers in their Seattle territory. So Pittsburgh's offense has been interesting because I think they do a great job in the red zone, throwing to the big dudes, throwing to DK, throwing to Darnell Washington. But when they have to sustain drives, it's been very inconsistent for Pittsburgh going up against a Chargers team that usually makes you sustain drive. If the Chargers can at least take care of the ball, even if there's some negative plays for Herbert, take some sacks or whatever it might be, just don't turn it over. We might be looking at like a 19-17 fist fight that, Pittsburgh generally likes to play in.
I think the Chargers offense is also capable of being pretty explosive. That would be a thing that could keep them alive in the game. Herbert with his scrambling, you need to hit the big shot. The Steelers offense, it's a weird, terrifying anybody, but they have been pretty efficient and stuff around them is working better, but the results are far better because it's Pittsburgh, not the Jets.
Yes. Where are you leaning?
Trying to be too clever for myself. Second guess what the Mike Tomlin magic is going to be. After a phenomenal performance against a team they weren't supposed to beat, they're going to lay an egg against a team they should destroy up front for the Chargers will win and cover up.
Jim Harbaugh factor here.
Right. At home, by the way, which will be like a Pittsburgh home game because Steelers travel, Chargers don't have fans. Like it's all set up for a ridiculous Chargers win.
I'm going to go Pittsburgh now. Chris is raving about how good the Steelers travel. Cab driver, Pittsburgh, that he's got to know the backup tight end. Cab driver's happy in Pittsburgh. Terrible towels are coming out. And it's like an electric Pittsburgh atmosphere as they pull the upset against the Chargers like 20-17 or